which sort of bemused me because Laura works from home anyway, and she's all over the world on internet. So I couldn't understand how the signal was poor, but I suspect it was more the person operating the signal than the signal, and I just gave it up. It was just awful. But I'm back home now, and it just works.
Morning, Joe.
Good morning.
Morning, Joe.
Morning.
Morning.
See you basket training with biscuits, Paul.
Yeah, I've started a bit early.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I think it's continued since my breakfast.
Is it?
I promise not to stop.
Okay.
I've got to keep McVitie's profits up.
Something like that. Malt loaf, this one.
Oh, no, not a favourite of mine.
Well, I'll have yours then.
You have mine. I'll have your chocolate.
No, you won't. You must be joking.
I think. Oh, hang on. Colin's waiting to come in. Yeah.
Anyway, let's all give praise to the Lord that Donald Trump is safe back in the White House
Oh yeah.
after his serious illness.
And he feels 20 years younger.
Well, he looks 20 years younger.
Feels it.
Them 2 bolts through his neck.
He's no more had COVID than you and me, John.
There is no way he's had, well, certainly not full-blown COVID.
Oh.
But he knows all about it now.
Sympathy vote.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. So propaganda.
Yeah.
No propaganda for the
He were doing badly in the build-up to election. What can I do to change things in my favour?
Come on, chaps, be fair. He's obviously got some antibodies that the COVID virus rejected, so he could prove useful at some stage.
What would draw his blood and use it as a serum?
Well, something like that, Ron.
I thought that was the best comment that Keith put on, that Trump had got the virus. Let's all give thought to the virus.
Yeah.
A bit of sympathy for it.
Yeah. I've sent you a WhatsApp cartoon, Keith. I don't know if you can circulate it. Just on the very subject. And I'll send you another one that's also quite good.
I've had an email chat with some American friends of ours this morning, and they were saying it's caused a lot of bad feeling over there.
Was it?
Yeah.
How does your wife do, Paul?
She did okay. Yeah, she got round.
Yeah. She belted you, Paul. You got a black eye.
I have got a black eye.
Sorry?
I have got a black eye.
How did you do that?
You won't believe it.
Oh, well, try us.
I was attacked by a soft toy.
Yes. I've used that one in the past as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your nickname for your wife?
Yeah. It was a rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
Thumper.
Say no more. It's okay, we get the picture.
Yeah.
That's why they call it Thumper.
Yeah.
Is it buzzing?
Very good, Brian.
She did it on Friday.
Really?
She threw a soft toy up in the air. I was laid on settee. It came down, hit me in the eye.
Got boxing gloves on.
Yeah.
Is that what she told you when you woke up?
That's the one.
There's soft toys and soft toys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's get the show on the road.
Have we not got Chris today?
It might. I think.
He's probably still lost in the Scottish Highlands.
Yeah,
I'm suffering withdrawal symptoms.
yeah.
I'm waiting for the next over.
This week or-
Yeah.
Right, let's start with the news of the group from John.
Well, there's not a lot, so I'll keep it brief. Mick, the Bulgarian quiz setter, is having a cataract operation today, so let's hope it goes well for him.
Yeah.
We might be able to understand his quiz then, will we?
Well, yeah, I'll be able to type a lot better, won't it?
Yeah.
It could be in Croatian, the next quiz.
Don't bet on it.
Yeah, that's about all I've got, Keith.
What about Stuart,
Uh,
John?
so-
Any more about Stuart?
Stuart, no different, no change. He's just plodding along. He had the treatment last week, and he's still just about balanced. It's not good, but it could be a lot worse.
Right. What was that about? A potential meeting place?
I talked to my son-in-law, who's a policeman, and he recommended Prince Edward School. Prince Edward have got rooms to spare. You know, they've got a boxing club that goes on there, and one or two other meetings, and they've got a room that could accommodate 20. He's going to make further inquiries, and I'll go and have a look at it. I mean, you can come along if you like, but it won't be till next week that I have a look. It holds 20, but according to the regulations I read just a few days ago, if we're a support group, and we are a support group, we can meet in numbers of up to 15. So if the room's big enough, it's possible that 15 of us could meet there. But on the
Yeah,
other
we have
hand,
to set a rota, wouldn't we?
yeah, but on the other hand, at only 15, Bait and Miners Welfare would be big enough as well, I would suggest. One of the two. But it gives us options. I mean, with the way that the regulations seem to change fairly frequently, I don't want to rush into anything, but I would like to get us back together face to face as soon as possible, but without putting anybody at risk and without risking the hand of a bobby on my collar. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
understand the dispensation. The support groups are, in general, the most vulnerable. Why they got dispensation from 6 to 15 defies logic.
I don't know. I don't. I only read the regulations. I didn't write it, so I don't know. I mean, not all the regulations make sense, do they?
No.
The whole thing defies logic.
Do any of them make sense?
No. I mean, why can you, as we've said before, why can you meet in a pub or a cafe, but you can't have a third of the crowd at a football ground socially distanced in the fresh air, in the open air?
Crazy.
Yeah, they were pillaring the. Is it the press secretary of Donald Trump who had been tested positive, and they've been having a go at her.
The newsreader did say she tested positive for cocaine.
Oh, well, whatever.
No, she did by accident.
But they were having a go at her. I mean, this is how absurd it's getting. She was there in the open, more than 2 meters away, giving a press briefing as she took a mask off.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. I walk the dogs and I see people 2 or more meters away and I say hi. Yeah. Am I breaking the law? Don't think so. Stupid.
Yeah.
Well, you're better than me, Ian. I said hi to somebody on Saturday and his dog bit me.
Yes.
Chesterfield.
There's social distancing, Ron, and then there's antisocial. I think we fall in the latter category.
Well, apparently COVID nullifies rabies.
They want to ask where he bit you.
On my wrist. Nothing serious.
Oh.
Did you say it was in Chesterfield, Ron?
What's the dog got?
No, that's the hospital. It was in Mosborough.
Oh,
So if anybody in Mosborough walks on the brow, be careful of a young man with a little black dog. The bloody dog's dangerous.
On the
little
prowl.
one,
He even pulled off the path to be out of my way, and the dog still bit me.
the little ones are always that more
Anyway,
aggressive.
the other thing is, I saw Tony yesterday, and he sends his
Yeah.
regards to everybody.
Good.
Dave, how's your puppy? Oh, you're on mute.
Oh, very personal question.
It's lovely. It's training. It's coming on good.
Went wee all the way home, did he?
Yes, all outside. Brilliant.
Good. Good.
Not bad for
Yeah,
8-week-old.
That's pretty good.
He's very cute.
Well, the
Yeah, we had
puppy's
a-
not bad either.
We had a visitor around the other day. Brought us a nice puppy cushion.
Oh, that won't last long, will it?
No, it's
I've
she's
still got
confiscated it.
I've still got the scar in this finger when Lewis was a puppy. We were just playing, but they got
Yeah.
teeth like needles. Ripped me open. Aggressive
Yeah.
little dog.
Right.
Paws are worse.
And soft rabbits as well.
Okay. Right, let's move on to Lol's News of the Week.
News of the week, news of the
News of
week,
the week,
lol,
news of the
news of the
week.
week, news of the week.
Try and bore you to death again. Quite a few items this morning. Starting with tennis. Now, Heather Watson has expressed concerns about the future of British tennis when she became the last Briton to be KO'd out of the French Open singles. Andy Murray, Johanna Konta, Dan Evans, Cameron Norrie, Liam Brody, also all lost in the first round. This meant there was no British interest in a Grand Slam second round singles event since 2013. And that was also the French Open. I wonder if it's something about playing on clay. The Formula One.
She was suggesting it's something to do.
It might be something to do with the player. Good enough.
She was
More than
suggesting.
likely.
Sorry.
Heard that net's getting in the way in the middle.
Yeah.
She was suggesting it's something to do with the sponsorship.
Oh.
Too
much of it?
They've lost a lot of the sponsorship, and they're not. She wasn't having a go at the current players, but the lack of players coming through.
Yeah.
I'm arranging a sponsor for us. It's Werther's Originals.
Oh, that'd be good. I'm in for that. Up for that.
Mm.
Did they do a chocolate version?
Right.
Rather have Thorntons.
Oh, definitely rum. Mhm.
Lindor.
Oh,
Now we nip on to Formula One. Now Mick Schumacher is one of 3 Ferrari Academy drivers who will make their Formula One race debuts in forthcoming races. Schumacher, son of 7-time champion Michael and British driver Callum Ilott, will both drive in first practice at the Eiffel Grand Prix this coming Friday. German Schumacher will drive an Alfa Romeo and Ilott a Haas, both of which are Ferrari-affiliated customer teams. Russian Robert Schwartzman will make his debut at the season-ending Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Now, a little bit more on, and Red Bull. Now, Red Bull's engine partner, Honda, is to leave Formula One at the end of 2021. The move leaves the Red Bull and AlphaTauri needing to find an engine supplier and the support with just 3 engine companies. Honda said the move was a result of the transformation of the car industry away from the internal combustion engines. A little bit of bad news on motorsport. A millionaire fitness firm founder was killed attempting a British land speed record. Zef Eisenberg, who launched Maxi Muscle, died at Elbington Airfield near York, where in 2006 ex-Top Gear presenter Richard Hammond crashed. Motorsport UK said the 47-year-old's car went out of control at high speed at the end of a run last Thursday. Guernsey-based Eisenberg was involved in a near-death crash there 4 years ago at 230 miles an hour. I thought he might have learnt his lesson.
Exactly.
They
Lol,
never do.
Yes, hello?
Lol, can I ask about the F1?
Yes.
You said that Schumacher and two others were
Yeah.
making the debuts in,
Yeah,
a,
that's
in
right.
an F1 race, but
That's what it says.
but then
No,
said
I think it's just practice, isn't it?
it's
No?
just
It's in the
practice. They're not
practice.
actually in the race.
Yeah.
They're just
Right,
making
okay.
the Formula One practice in
Yeah.
the first session on Friday.
So, because that means then that the drivers warm the car up for the main men to get in and drive. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Right.
Believe so.
Yeah, basically.
I suppose just getting used to
The proper
feel for it.
formula, the proper registered drivers will drive in the second practice.
Right. Okay. I didn't realise that. Thank you
Just
for that.
gives them the
That's-
experience, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah,
something
because
to learn, yeah.
they're not allowed to go and practice in a Formula One car anywhere else. It's only at certain times, and
Right.
yeah, they have test things and such like, and yeah, pre-race.
Interesting that
Thank
because
you.
all the weight distribution and the settings will be very different if you've got two drivers of different size and dimensions and weight. Because they're so aerodynamic and so critically set. All you're proving, I imagine, is that the engine runs, and that's about it.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that went down like a Led Zeppelin, didn't it? Jeez, God, what's up with you lot?
No, I think you're right.
I think
All right.
none of
Next
that
item,
is the answer to the question.
It's called conversation, lads. Come on, get on with it.
we speak
7-2. You all want to talk about it. 7-2. Come on.
from the rugby union then, Ian. Rugby union.
Good lad.
England centre Manu Tuilagi has been ruled out for 6 months with a torn Achilles tendon. The 29-year-old was hurt 12 minutes into Sale's Premiership game at Northampton last Tuesday. He will miss England's remaining 2020 Six Nations game against Italy and possibly the entire 2021 tournament. All right, then, Ian, get talking.
Right. I think that is a classic case of a gentleman overtraining and being muscle bound.
Yeah.
I think his
Same happened to
career,
me, Ian.
I think his career is very limited future.
Yeah. I can't
That
comment
ended
on
my
either of
football
those two.
career, Ian.
Sorry.
That ended my football career.
Yeah.
Promising career, young lad at 62.
You were
Achilles
over-
went.
You were
I just-
overtrained. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see
It's
that,
all
John. I can see it in your face. Liar.
It's all Achilles, though, can happen to anybody.
Yeah,
It can
agony.
at any time. Yeah.
I mean, I remember a player playing for us, running down the pitch. He suddenly thought he'd been kicked from behind.
Yeah.
We went up to him and he was laid out. We went up to him. He says, "Who's kicked me?" And we went, "Just stay there where you are." And when we looked at his Achilles, you could see a gap that in his Achilles where it had just snapped.
The-
It wasn't muscle bound. It was what?
Well, it may not be muscle bound, Keith, but it's overtrained. When you train, you actually you're tearing tissues all the time.
Yeah, it's playing on hard surfaces.
I promise you, our team didn't overtrain.
Yeah.
But what Ian's saying, in Tuilagi's case, it's likely to have been
No.
what's happening here.
There,
know when
there is
you-
also a difference between a torn Achilles tendon and a snapped one.
Yes.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Paul, you
Yeah.
will understand this, so I'll have a dialogue with you. Forget the rest. You
Sorry,
will
what are
understand
you
this.
saying there?
When you go training, say in a gym or whatever, it's not the first day afterwards that you're really stiff. It's the second and the third day, and
Correct.
that's because of the
Yeah.
tiny tissues that you're tearing when you're actually exerting yourself. And I think when you train to the level that Tuilagi had trains, you're right on that fine point where you just tip over and you're gone.
Yeah. Micro traumas.
Thank you.
I knew.
I
Yeah.
knew you'd come back with a technical term for it.
Either
Come on.
I've tried all them injuries out. I've done them all.
Yeah. I've tried swinging the lead. That works.
Bring a
So
note
what's a
from your mum.
technical term for a black eye, Paul?
Black eye.
No, his Achilles has slipped. Smacked him in the face.
Oculus Negro.
I'll get her back. Don't worry.
Are you
Come on,
bully?
then.
Okay,
In fact, I
a
did
little
on
bit on horse racing. A champion jockey, Oisin Murphy, has tested positive for cocaine and says he will fight to clear his name. The 25-year-old Irishman denies taking the drug and says he is awaiting the result of a B sample following the test in France in July. Murphy, who is #1 jockey for Qatar Racing and on course to retain his championship, faces a 6-month ban if he is found to have taken the drug. He returned the positive test in a urine sample at Chantilly Racecourse on the 19th of July, but has been allowed to continue racing while further investigations are taking place. Right, now we're going to come to cricket.
Oh, just a second, no. Just a sec.
What's up?
You missed the best. Enable tried to
Like the
be.
Triumph.
Go on then, you'll read that one out.
Well, somebody was cutting in there who wants to say it, so let them say it. I'm just.
No, I just mentioned like the Triumph.
Isn't that
Yeah.
the beautiful mare? And I think they're going to retire her now, aren't they, Big Paul? But she
don't know.
won the L'Arc de Triomphe twice, went for a third in the row last year, came second, and was well beaten, didn't travel at all well, and got scuffed up and finished, I think, about 8th on the run in. About 300 metres out, she was sandwiched. And that's, if you listen to the pundits, that's a sign that she wasn't running well and got herself into a difficult spot. But she is a magnificent horse. Stradivarius, her stablemate, was also in that race. Another brilliant horse.
They finished.
Shut up now.
Didn't they?
Sorry?
What about O'Brien having to withdraw all his horses from that race?
Yes, yeah. There's something in the feed, Ron.
Yeah, apparently they've tested it. They all tested positive for an illegal substance. So him and his sons had to withdraw all the horses from that meeting, and they're claiming it was contaminated feed.
By whom, Ron?
But they withdrew all the horses. Sorry?
By whom, Ron? Who contaminated
That was.
Sounds a bit serious.
They don't know. They're investigating.
Right.
It might have been that.
You don't know. They're investigating.
It could be the drug that Trump had.
It might be the jockey, yeah. But they withdrew all the horses from that meeting.
8 of them.
Including, I think, 4 in the Ark.
Was it 4 or 8? Let's go for 6. It was more than 4.
Well, there was 4 in the Ark.
No, it was 8 because there were.
There was.
No, I'm wrong. Carry on.
No, I wouldn't have let 4 in the Ark. Only 2 allowed.
I think there were 8 in the meeting, Ian, but 4 of them were in the Ark. Yeah.
To answer, John, there were 2 pairs. If you looked at the betting, there were 2 pairs. Oh, lol, carry on, mate, for God's sake. I'm in deep trouble here.
You must have got a big shovel, Ian.
Absolutely. My roses are going. Yeah, carry on.
We'll nip up to cricket then.
Especially with that feed.
Talk about the England women first. They beat the West Indies women by 3 wickets to win the 5-match Test T20 series unbeaten.
Yeah.
In a rain-affected match, each side only had 5 overs batting. England won the toss, decided to field, and contained the West Indies to 41 for 3 before making 42 for 7 in their innings to win the game with 3 balls to spare. It is the first time ever that England have won a series at 5-0. West Indies all-rounder Deandra Dottin, in hitting a 6 in her innings, became the first woman to score 100 sixes in T20 women's cricket. Now, 5 men have done it. Anybody know who the 5 men are that have done the 100
Joss Butler.
4-6s? Pardon?
Stokes.
No, not Stokes.
Butler.
Bairstow.
Bairstow, yeah.
Only one Brit. Only one
Morgan.
Brit. Morgan.
Gareth Silvers.
Morgan. 2 New Zealanders. An Indian.
Guptill.
and a West
Guptill.
Indian.
Williamson.
Guptill, yes.
Williamson.
No,
Tendulkar.
no.
Played Indian.
And one Indian, yeah.
Red
He,
Cloud.
Tony.
Red Cloud.
no.
Tony.
Come on in.
Geronimo.
The initials for the Indian chappie he's got the most is RS.
Sharma.
Raoul.
He's got 127. Martin Guptill 119. Morgan 111. Then 2 more you haven't mentioned yet. Another New Zealander, CM.
Chris Morgan. Chris.
CM. Colin. Does that give you a clue? Say
Colin.
name
Yeah.
to you. Colin Munro.
Mine's gone blank.
And a West Indian.
Oh,
Chris Gale.
Gale.
Gale. Chris Gale, of course.
Gale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, carrying on with cricket a little bit. Now, wicket-keeper batsman Johnny Bairstow has not been given an England central contract for Test cricket next year. Yorkshire's Bairstow, who was not selected for this summer Test series against the West Indies and Pakistan, remains contracted for limited overs cricket only. Batsmen Zach Crawley, Ollie Pope and Dom Sibley all receive a central contract for the first time. All-rounder Tom Curran has been given a white ball contract, while Kent batsman Joe Denley misses out altogether. Now, a little bit about at the weekend. Shame Chris isn't here because it's his team.
And mine.
Sorry, Colin. Sorry.
And mine.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Notts Outlaws, Surrey, Lancashire and Gloucestershire won their respective T20 quarter-finals in the T20 Blast to reach the finals day, due to be played at Edgbaston last Saturday. There was no play due to heavy rain on Saturday, so the competition carried over to Sunday. The semi-finals consisted of only 11 overs a side, in which Surrey beat Gloucester by 6 wickets and Notts beat Lancashire by 5 wickets. In the final, which started at 7:25 on Sunday evening, Notts beat Surrey by 6 wickets in a match reduced to 16 overs a side to win their second T20 Blast title with 16 balls to spare.
Oh.
Did you manage to watch it, Colin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nearly all day it was. And mind you, they were lucky to get to the finals day by when they beat Leicester in the quarter-final. It wasn't 2 bad fielding errors. They wouldn't have got through.
No. Okay. Now, one final thing about cricket. Ben Stokes, who travelled to New Zealand in August to be with his father, who has brain cancer, has now gone to Dubai to play in the Indian Premier League. After a period of compassionate leave with his family in Christchurch, he has flown out to join Rajasthan Royals, who also have England teammates Joss Butler, Tom Curran and Jofra Archer in their team. That's a decent team then, isn't it? They're half the England team in that.
Yeah.
Right, where are we now?
Do you think Jofra Archer's going to make it?
Why wouldn't he?
Well, while he can only do 4 over spells, the probability of his getting any real wickets in 4 overs worries me. He can bowl fast, and I think he's in the shorter game. He's good end of game bowler, but I don't think he's the quality of some of the guys that bowl at his pace. Just I'm asking the experts.
You probably, he's not as good as they're making out, I don't think.
No,
he's just he's a strike guy that perhaps just catches them out with his speed.
I mean, the only time I've seen him bowl really, really well was when he sorted Smith out and the
Yeah.
Matches game last year. God, that was a spell. But I've not seen him live up to the potential that that everybody's building up.
You've got to either swing the ball or move it off the running seam, and raw pace is not going to do it against the better quality batsmen.
Maybe
He's
that's
still a young guy as well. He's got a lot of time to learn. He's only a young player.
Yeah.
He's only about
I think he's learning. I think he's just got to use the time.
You look at.
You put your finger on it, Colin. Maybe if he gets out to Australia, that will be the best environment for him with the harder pitches.
Oh yeah, because he'll definitely get bounced there. I mean, But Broad and Anderson have improved with age as well. So let's hope we've got somebody that is back to Larwood type of bowling. Because we need to stick it into those blooming noses. They've had it too good for a long time.
Well, he certainly stuck it into Smith. He felt it last year.
But there's another 10 of them in the team, isn't there?
Yeah.
Right. Rugby league. All right, Eddie. All right. After being 14-8 down at half time, a spirited Salford came from behind to beat holders Warrington Wolves 24-22 to reach their first Challenge Cup final for 51 years. Now, leading 20-0 at half-time, a dominant Leeds Rhinos beat Wigan 26-12 in the other semi-final to reach their first final in 5 years. The final to be played at Wembley behind closed doors on the 17th of October. Now we come on to Paul's game now, the London Marathon. Now, in a field of elite runners only, world record holder Eliud Kipchoge was beaten in the London Marathon as Shura Kitata won a thrilling sprint finish to claim an unexpected victory. Now, four-time winner Kipchoge was the favourite, but fell behind with 2 laps to go and finished 8th. Ethiopian Kitata pushed ahead of Kenya's Vincent Kipchumba on the home straight to finish in 2 hours, 5 minutes, 41 seconds. Now, Jonathan Mellor came home as the first Brit in 13th place. There were 45,000 virtual runners around the world doing the marathon, which incidentally is being held again in October next year. Now, Bridget Kosgei, who holds the women's world record, defended her title in a race that started at 7:15 in the morning, before the men's race, which started at 10:15. Right, Paul, what's your best time in the marathon you've done over the years?
Best time?
Yeah, the best time that you've done.
3:45.
3:45, yeah.
No, that's a lie. 3:46.
You didn't have a pacemaker, though, did you?
No, I didn't.
No.
Yeah.
No, it was
You waited to have one fitted, yeah.
Fitted it later.
Yeah, Kipchoge had a problem with his ear, he said.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
On the last 2 laps, he said his ear blocked up. I reckon it was running those little laps, all in the same direction.
Yeah.
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 I was kidding, really.
Yeah. You didn't string it out.
Do you think it was an excuse, Paul?
No,
So
I
where
don't
did
think
you-
so. No, first time he's been beaten since 2013. I think he's entitled to lose just occasionally.
It was just a shame that Bekele wasn't in it, Paul.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
That could have been exciting as well.
Yeah.
It was
Well, I've got
It was only 2 seconds behind his world record time, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah. He's had an injury which he thinks have been caused by these new shoes.
Oh, right.
Interesting. Interesting.
Quite a few of them have said that they've had trouble with them.
Well, I've got Kipchoge's record over the years here. In 2003, he was a world cross-country champion at junior level. In 2003 also, he became world champion at 5,000 metres. In 2016, Olympic champion in the marathon. And the London Marathon, he was the champion in 2015, 16, 18 and 19. And in the first marathon, he's the first marathon runner under 2 hours, which was in Vienna. I don't think that can be counted because of the conditions. Is that right, Paul?
That's right, yeah.
It's a world record.
Not being ratified.
Yeah.
There was a program on last week about that particular race. Don't know if you saw it. It was on for half an hour, and it went through the race and the build-up and how he did it with all the pacemakers. It was quite an interesting half hour, actually.
Right.
Really enjoyed it.
When was it on, Brian? Sorry, what channel? Can you get it on catch up? That was what I was going to say.
Oh,
A marathon,
possibly BBC Two. It was the lady presenter.
Gabby Logan.
Gabby Logan.
Yeah, she was involved. So possibly BBC Two, but it was only half an hour. But it was really quite good. But it was interesting what Lol's just said there, because he started off in 2003 and got the Junior Cross Country Championship 5,000 meters, and then you jumped right up to 2015 for his next.
That's a long jump.
Feat. So yeah, it is. It's a 12-year jump. So I wonder what happened in between times.
Yeah,
he raced on the track.
Right.
But he did other marathons as well. I think you'll find he won. He certainly won. I think he won his first. Well, sorry, he'd not been beaten in the marathon since 2013, so he must have done some others up to that.
Yeah.
Right, chaps, less than a minute to go, so let's end this session, and I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.